Hey guys, welcome back. Somebody asked me if I would do a really simple guide to working with Loki. Well, it all guides should be super simple. In fact, when you tell people that, they get really disappointed. But you don't need color charts, you don't need to make an altar, you don't need to worry about what aspect you're working with, anything else. Very basic, most basic way to work with Loki or any other god is to love them and talk to them in your heart. Like some people call it telepathic communication, some people talk about God phones. It's all the same thing. It's prayer if you're comfortable with the word. It's talking with a friend if you aren't, because you should see Loki as your friend. And that's honestly all you have to do. That is as simple as it gets. Now, if you want to do things for him, you can do as you do for any other god. You can do a nice thing. I told one person the way we live our life is our offering, and I was told that in Voodoo because I was like, how am I going to have this altar and all this? And that's true. Like today, part of my offering was I got up as tired as I was, and I made breakfast, and I have the coffee just brewed now, so I'm going to offer him the coffee. And I cleaned like a crazy person. It's not that I'm lazy or filthy or dirty or anything, but I really went around and did all these chores that since I'm online all the time, I never get to. And that was actually part of my offering. So just doing stuff you have to do anyways, and maybe you're a little behind on it, that can be an offering. But really, it's just as basic as talking to Loki. It doesn't have to be like jumping into trying to get a really complex relationship. That it doesn't work with people, it doesn't work with gods. In fact, any god would be highly suspicious if you had this huge altar and coffee and all this food and everything the first time they showed up. They'd be like, okay. So, start off simple. If you can ever take out a moment and say whatever kind of food you're having, say thank you, and mentally, not out loud, mentally, just to be clear, and say, please, if you can take the essence, please take the essence. And you can do your food offerings that way. You don't have to put out special food. I have the luxury of being an adult, so if I want to make the coffee and then put it out for him, or make a food plate, put it out for him, and then have it, it's fine, because where we live, there are a lot of rats and other critters, so it's not functional or desirable to put food outside. Plus, my neighbor's got a bee seeing everything I do. So you don't have to knock yourself out. You don't really need the food if you're not at that stage. You don't need a drink offering. You don't need to worry about candles or altars or anything else. Talk to Loki and let the relationship develop. He's not known for being quiet or shy. He'll let you know if he feels he needs an altar. He'll let you know if he feels he needs something special. He might even ask you to do stuff for yourself, which he's done with me, but he doesn't believe in denying ourselves. He doesn't believe in, sackcloth and ashes religion where you have to be sorry or unhappy all the time. No, he's a pretty happy God, and he's a pretty mellow God. He really doesn't ask for much. So, don't be worried about having to go out and get all this stuff. Just talk to Loki and, love him in your heart and proceed from there. He'll let you know if he needs anything. He's not going to be demanding, and it's been said of the Voodoo law, you can't buy Loki. So, and I'm not implying anyone wants to, but you can't buy Loki with, I went out and got you this altar, now you have to work with me. It doesn't work like that. You can't, buy affection or anything else. Don't worry about having to go out and read every book or buy a ton of stuff and dedicate it to Loki or something. You don't have to do that, especially if you're living in a house where he knows you would get in trouble, or he knows faith in him wouldn't be tolerated. And it doesn't have to be a Christian house. Some pagans just aren't fond of him, and we all know that. So just, work with him quietly. And as time progresses, if you get a chance to do something more, you'll have the relationship there and you'll be more than happy to do it. But yeah, just talk to him and that's it. I'm padding out a video on just talk to him and that's it. But that's really all you have to do with any god. Our ancestors didn't always have the chance to have all the nice things we have today. So, don't worry about it. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just have that loving relationship. Talk to him in your heart, and he'll understand if don't or can't or won't do anything else. Altars don't work for everyone. In fact, they're the worst thing in the world to have if all you're going to do is set up the altar, be excited for it for about a week, and then never interact with it. Then you have this space being taken up where you could have done something mundane, and you don't want to take it down, but you never want to work with the altar again. Some people just don't work with altars. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about having to get a candle. Don't worry about having to make sacrifice and all that stuff. That stuff comes with time. When you're new to a relationship, doesn't matter if you're young or you're an adult or you're an elder, just spend time with him. Enjoy that time before you get, more serious. Get to know each other. That's the best part of a relationship with Loki or any other god. Getting to know each other, getting to be used to each other, and figuring out, how your relationship's going to work. So I hope that helped. I know there are going to be people mad because I didn't give you a list of colors and altar cloths and everything, but I do not believe in that. I don't. I don't believe in telling you a specific day or candle color or candles or anything else because everything doesn't work for everyone. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.